Hi guys. It's not very warm today. That remnant of that Hurricane Ida is, remnants of it are coming north. It's not supposed to hit us, but it's skirting us. And it's bringing very gloomy, crappy looking skies. Looks like the whole state of Pennsylvania is going to get flooded. I thought, being that I got to take a ride today, I'd talk about something that is on my mind from time to time. Because the older I get, the more aware of it I am. Because when I was younger, I didn't give it much thought. And it's kind of funny how as you age, you just become more aware of things. You learn to appreciate things a lot more than you did when you were younger, you know. You also tend to be a little more careful than when you were younger. Not so careless. You're mindful of more things. And that probably happens to us all. I don't know. Just a part of life. But the one thing that does hold true, and I am sure a lot of us have been there, where life can just suddenly, out of nowhere, blindside you and turn your whole world upside down. God knows I've had that happen to me many times in the past. But as human beings, we never want to think about, for good reason, we never want to think about the things that are difficult to think about. We always want to just shove it way off into the back of our mind and just be like, well, I don't have to worry about that today. Even though you know it's coming someday. And even though we all know things are coming, we still don't want to think about it. And then when it happens, it's the only thing you can think about. Isn't that funny? You know, when I was in my 20s, it never crossed my mind that that age and those times would end. It just didn't cross my mind any more than it did when I was in my teen years. It just is something I didn't give an ounce of thought. But then when I got older and I realized how quickly things ultimately do change and how fast times go, the years, you realize it really doesn't last as long as you think. You always think that's something that's way, way down the road. I don't need to worry about it today. And there's something that crosses my mind a lot. And like I said, it's because I'm older now. And it crosses my mind a lot. And I'm very concerned about it. And I'm going to say why I'm concerned about it. Sandy and I have roomed together for a lot of years. And the reason why it's worked so good is because, one, her and I get along. But two, it's because we are both equally responsible. One doesn't try to screw the other. When it's time to pay the rent, like today, the rent is due. Last night, Sandy gave me her half of the rent. Every single month, she pays on time without me ever having to say, where's the rent? Same thing with the bills. The one thing I can say about her is that she has been 100% reliable. And I can count on her for that. I have never in my life, ever before, and I've had roommates before in the past, I had never had a roommate that I could trust and count on like her. Ever. And I'm thankful for that. There's a deer crossing the road right there. Beautiful, beautiful doe. Because, especially now in the world today, that's rare. So the thing that concerns me, because she's of retirement age and she's getting up there. In all the years I've known Sandy, I've seen that she's really, really slowing down. She gets really tired sooner than she used to. And she has a lot less energy. Understandable. Everybody gets there. But I also know there will unfortunately come a day when she'll be gone. And the reason why that concerns me is because in this day and age, the odds of finding another roommate that would be as dependable and reliable as she has been is all but impossible. All but impossible. I don't even think it could be done. I honestly don't think it could be done in today's day and age, because I have learned, especially through the 14 years I've been on YouTube, and though I've got a lot of good subscribers and a lot of good people, there is also a lot of people that have been with me for years that are untrustworthy and liars. Untrustworthy and liars. And I'm not going to say who they are because I know who they are. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that people go through their life like that. I've always lived my life to where I want to be dependable, trustworthy, and you can count on me. And I take pride in that. And I will be that way until the day I die. So when I think about when the day comes to where I got to go it alone and pay the rent and the bills and the groceries and everything all by myself, and have nobody to talk to, and have what is her half of the house then be cleared out and empty, and it's just my few belongings. I don't even need the space she takes up. You know, her room, she has the whole left side of the house, the dining room. She has all the closets. I don't even need that space. So it would be very empty if she were gone. And but would I stay living there? Yes, I would, because it's still cheaper than living somewhere else. A lot cheaper. And it's just one of those thoughts that I don't like thinking about, because I've been there many times before where I'm suddenly left doing it all financially on my own, which isn't a huge deal. It's just a very odd thing to get used to when you've been used to so many years of splitting everything down the middle. Now, Sandy has her own life. I've got my own life. We each have our own automobiles. You know, she sleeps in her room. I sleep in my room. We don't do anything together. But it's still nice having a roommate to split the expenses. So the burden isn't all put on either just her or me. So that gives us each the opportunity to save money, because we're splitting everything 50-50, because it helps each of us live. You know, that's what it's for. It's to help each of us live and get by. But there's lots of things that come and go in life. I mean, you could suddenly lose your vehicle, and then you're out there looking for something, and every time, I swear, it gets harder. It gets harder and harder to find something decent, low enough miles, where someone isn't ripping you off and lying to you. And that's what I mean. With the world we live in today, where you can't trust anybody, I mean, you just can't trust anybody. I've had more people lie to me and try to screw me over than people that meant no harm and were honest. And that's a damn shame that that's the reality of the world we live in today. And like I said, I got a lot of subscribers on my channel that lie like you would not believe and could never be trusted. It's too bad. And the odds of finding a roommate that would be as dependable as Sandy is, well, she's the last of that kind. I know that. Just like I know I most likely 99% chance I'll be alone the rest of my life. Just based on how people view crap today and how people are. You know, for instance, I get more women that get a hold of me and want to get with me, yet they're married. I bet their husbands don't know about it. I'm sure they don't. Not even marriage is sacred anymore. Nothing's sacred anymore. People just do whatever the hell they want to do, and they don't care who they hurt doing it. That's just the sad reality. So in the back of my mind, as I was saying in the beginning of this video, that's the number one thing that concerns me, is that when I lose Sandy as a roommate, I will never find another roommate that I could count on like her. And so I would just have to forego ever having a roommate again. Because with the way people are today, forget it. Forget it. You can't count on nobody. You can only count on yourself in this world today. And that's why Sandy's a rare bird. Because I've had other roommates that have stuck me with a house and took off. And I'm talking guy roommates, even. Friends, people I went to school with. And then I was left holding the bag, paying the rent, paying the bills. No warning, just, oh, taking off, Kev. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later. No warning. So when I think about it, sometimes when I'm home by myself and I'm just there sitting, relaxing, having a cup of coffee, and I'm the only one in the house, and I think someday it's going to be like this permanently. That's my biggest concern today in the 21st century. That's my biggest concern. Not that I can't handle it. It's just that it wouldn't be the same paying it all myself, doing it all myself. But that's the way life works. It silently waits until that trigger moment comes along, and then it flips your world upside down, and it leaves you wondering, what the hell am I going to do now? Life always bitch slaps you sooner or later, and it will do it many times in your lifetime before you're gone. Let me know down below what's your biggest concern, your personal biggest concern in your life. If you don't mind sharing, what's your biggest concern? Because that's mine, with the way the world is today, knowing that once the things that I always knew I could count on are gone, there is no replacing it. It's the end of an era. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.